Hello, welcome back to day 8 of my 365-day challenge. Those of you who have been keeping track, on day 5, the video entitled Emotion Follows Action, I talked about when I suffered a bout of depression about a few years ago, and I went to see a CBT therapist. And one of the most useful things, one of the most useful tools she gave me was a tool called Worry Time. Now, I don't know about you, we all worry occasionally, and worrying can have some positive benefits. You know, it can help you problem solve or find solutions, or it can help motivate you to do certain things. But for me, the difference between problem solving and worrying is when worrying gets out of control, the problem solving's gone awry, it has a really negative bias. There's lots of what ifs. What if this happens? And what if that happens? What if no one watches my videos? What if nobody likes my videos? What if I don't receive 100 likes? What if nobody loves me? What if? And that's a very self-centered worry there, for example. But I mean, you could have bigger worries, you know. What if I can't pay the mortgage? What if my partner leaves me? What if I lose my job? A whole host of worries that we have, big and small. So my therapist at the time introduced me to the concept of worry time, and she said, what you're going to do, Mark, is you're going to schedule your worry. Now, a bit of a backstory. What I had found was I am a bit of an overthinker generally. I tend to plot things out, plan things and all those things, and I'm very good at it. I think when I suffered from my bout of anxiety and depression, that got out of control. And what I would find is I would spend hours and hours worrying about certain things, and I'd have this knot in my stomach, and it would just go round and around my head all day long. And by the end of it, I'd feel exhausted and tired, and I wouldn't even have a solution, and I'd be angry, and I'd be upset, I'd be stressed. And, you know, I felt terrible. So the therapist's solution was worry time. And she said, what you're going to do is you're going to schedule your worry. And I thought she was mental. I said, what do you mean? And she said, what you're going to do is you're going to set a time aside once a day, and all you're going to do then is worry for that amount of time. Right? And what if I start to worry during the day? You say, no. You say, you tell yourself to stop, and you write down your worry. You don't worry about challenging it or analysing it. You just write it down and go, no, I'm going to worry about this at 7 o'clock this evening. For X amount of minutes. And I said, what, like 5 or 10 minutes? And she looked at me very seriously and went, no, Mark, you're going to need much longer than that, probably at least half an hour. Okay. So the idea is you schedule your worry time, you go into you sit down with a notebook. If you have any worries during the day, you simply say, stop, no, I'm not going to worry about it, write it down, and then you say, I'm going to worry about this at 7 o'clock. And don't do it in your bedroom or somewhere you're meant to relax. That wouldn't be good. Bring your diary in and you write down all your worries, and you don't have to challenge or try and solve the worries. You just write them down and you just worry about all the things you've written down during the day, or worries that have come into it. Now, I had a real problem with intrusive thoughts. It's quite an odd thing to in the middle of a day, if you're going into work and you're starting to feel a bit anxious and you go, no, I'm not going to worry about this now. I'll worry about it at 7 o'clock, and you just write it down in your diary, or you mentally, think about it. My favourite method to try and stop myself worrying was to, in my head, shout, stop, worry time, to the tune of MC Hammer's You Can't Touch This. And that's what I would do. I probably shouldn't have revealed that. But anyway, too late now. So that's what I would do. And then at 7 o'clock in the evening, I would sit down in the office, and for 30 minutes, I would go through all the worries that I'd written down or had mentally kind of logged, made a mental note of, and worry the heck out of them. I wouldn't even try and solve them. I wouldn't put any pressure on them. I would just worry about them to my heart's content. At the end of half an hour, I go, right, I'm not going to worry about them anymore now, which was the hard bit, but I would go, no, put in the thing, or whatever. And if the rest of the evening I start to worry again, I'd go, no, I'm not going to worry about this till 7 o'clock tomorrow. So what I found was, having done this for a number of weeks, was one, that I had repetitive worries, that the same worry would come back again and again and again. So I didn't have millions of worries, I probably had a few worries, which was interesting. Two, some worries that I was worried about, actually, when I looked at them later on in the day, or 7 hours later, or the next day, I wasn't worried about it anymore. It was just like, oh, this too will pass, this too has passed, it wasn't important. So that was really useful. I got bored of certain worries. I'm bored of this now. And then as the period went on, I'd look for some of the bigger worries. She gave me some techniques to look for solutions to those worries. So I started to work through solutions, and I'll talk about that in another video. So I think worry time is a fantastically powerful method. I use it still. I even use it as part of my executive coaching with clients. When they're worried about certain things, I get them to do worry time. It's really powerful. It sounds crazy, but it does work. So remember, stop worry time.